Hello everyone, welcome to a basic torch only guide. For me personally, for the class I picked, I picked Assassin because of the buckler shield and the origin, the keepsake I picked Stone Sword Key because that's the best one in my opinion. The rules for this run are basically we're only allowed to do damage with the basic torch you get from Kale. Only allowed to use that for the whole run, and that's you're allowed to do. Basically, you're not allowed to do damage with anything other than that. So yeah, that's basically the only restrictions really. I mean, there is the rejection. I'm pretty sure the name is. If I'm saying it correctly, that does 0 damage, like the Beast Roar and I forgot what they called the one in Dark Souls 3. But there's one in basically every Souls game where there's something that pushes them back. I mean, so there's probably some enemies that we could probably push off the edges later in game. But you do need Marika's source. Well, you need the 14 faith to do that, so it might probably be later in the game that you can use it. Basically just died to this guy as per usual, to be honest. I mean, you talk to and then after this we basically, I can't remember, basically just run past the Maidenless Vari because, you know, I mean, he calls you maidenless, but reality he's probably the one that's got no mate. You know what I'm saying? Keep between us. I mean, he might try to he might get really mad if I say that to him. But I'm not going to use Stone Sword Key here because you get Dragon Communion Seal from this one, and that's what you mainly use it for. And there's a boss in there, but since we're not doing a faith or a dragon sort of thing, we don't really need the seal. I haven't actually explored that dungeon properly on my main account yet, so that's something I'm probably going to do. I just because we're allowed to use parries basically because because it doesn't actually do any damage. The two bosses I'm mostly worried about is Melania and the Godskin duo, to be honest, because I suck at both those bosses on their non-challenge runs, so that's probably going to be a struggle. But just grab basically everything you can because we're going to need to sell stuff. I'd recommend before I buy a torch, because to be honest, I forgot that I could sell my weapons because since we're not using a bow or the bandit knife, we can just sell those. Go quickly get Torrent and talk to Melina first. So I basically go to the Church Ella, grab the Grace at first step, and then run over to Gatefront to grab the Grace, and then so we can initiate Melina showing up and giving us Torrent. For the it's 200, I believe, for the torch, but I'd recommend getting 500. You don't particularly need 200%, but I'd recommend it because for 300 as well from Carlo you get the crafting kit, which is really good. I mean, I had enough here. I just basically sold everything that I didn't need to him, and I had enough, so you should be able to. There is, for this run, I am going to go over the different smithing stones. Basically, just talk to Melina as usual. You know, she'll just leave you for the rest of the game, basically. 60 hours in, you'll wonder where on earth she is. But that's besides the point. I did end up talking to Rani because I didn't plan on, but you don't talk to her. You can't talk to Carlo because he goes to sleep. he decides to have a little nap. I mean, like, I'm trying to pick up the smithing stone here and it's just not letting me. He decides to just go have a little nap, to be honest. You go talk to Rani, the four-hand woman, and she gives you the spirit calling bell. I mean, you can't really use that. Well, you can, but I'm not going to be using it. I was quite stubborn, to be honest. After this, I did Margit at like level 9 and like +3 weapon with the torch, but it's besides the point. Basically, just going to sell everything that isn't the torch and the buckler. Well, not smithing stones. Don't sell the smithing. Wait, did I? Oh, well, I sold the smithing stones here because I'm not actually, because this isn't. This is my. I recreated the character, but don't actually sell the smithing stone on your character. So yeah, I'd recommend getting 500. You don't particularly need 500, but I'd basically really recommend that. I forgot to get the crafting kit there, but yeah, I mean, right. So after this, we're gonna go get some smithing stones. There's quite a few. Right, I'm just trying to. There's a path I'm gonna take. It's near the Dragonburn ruins. Is a cave, a crystal cave. I didn't actually find this in my first playthrough, but I do now because I'm showing you all. But it's next to where you fight the first dragon, the one that was part of all the promotional images. It's basically just behind. I don't know why I decided to go for this cave. Crabs scare me enough. I mean, like, they're like, Miyazaki is like. I mean, like, you saw in, if you've played the game, you obviously have seen the Caelid, and I bet he's just like having sweet dreams about Caelid. It's poison swamp and everything. Well, anyway, in that cave, it's a smithing stone 1 cave. I think there's probably a few smithing stone 2, but not 100% sure. After we've got the smithing stones, well, after you've looted the cave, I'm not going to. It's quite straightforward, that one, but after you've done that, you're just going to run up the normal way you'd go to Stormvale, but we're going to go get the Stormhill Shack, Grace next to Rodrika, and we're going to go to the. I don't know what to call it really. I don't know the exact location, the exact name for it, but I just call it the windy place with the giants and the massive swords. That place. It's basically, there's a smithing stone. There's like 5 smithing stone 1 and some smithing stone 2. I'm not. So it's just. Excuse me, I take the wrong way. I don't know why, but this place, this like little bit, like getting actually there. I know where it is, obviously, when I know, but getting there confuses me. There is some coffins over here, so we can go grave robbing. To be honest, because obviously we love grave robbing. get all those runes. Basically, what you need to do throughout the game, there's these like statues with the glowing middle. You just need to get whatever enemies around there. In this case, it's a giant. Step on it, and you'll get your smithing stones. Yeah, right. 5 smithing stone 1s and 1 smithing stone 2. Basically, you just go back up here. There's in the next clip, well, as I'm going to show you in a minute, there's a path you can take. If you have, after you've leveled up and all that, basically you go back to Stormhill, as you'll see in a minute. You can say hi to Banal if you want, but there's not really anything you can buy from him, because the only Ash of War you can get on torch is the basic torch is no skill, which isn't very good, as you can imagine. Yeah. Basically, we're going to Stormhill, but Stormhill Shack. But we're going to take before we do Margit, we're going to take the shortcuts to Liurnia, to the right of the to the right of Stormvale. There's a secret little bridge next to this finger reader lady. The old lady. I just wonder if, like, do these finger reader people have like a really bad back? Because literally they're all hunched over. They're always hunched over. They're like, it's not even a joke. I'm really worried about their health. But they are immortal beings. Can't the greater will just fix their backs, maybe, or the two fingers or whatever? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. You're just going to follow this path as here. Because there's a merchant that sells smithing stone 1 and 2. It's not infinite, but because it's not like a bell, but it's not infinite, but it should be enough to get your torch up to +3. I found well, I'll talk about Margit in a minute, because we haven't even got to the merchant yet. It's the well, to be honest, if you've read the lore, if you haven't read the lore about the merchant, it's a very cool lore. If you got the time, I recommend looking into it. It's definitely worthwhile. I haven't done it yet, but in the church to the left, as you can see there, there's a that's part of Nephelia's quest line. I forgot his name now, but basically you have to get him a second glintstone key. I'm not sure if I haven't done it yet, to be honest, because I was doing Nephelia's quest, but I did it before 1.3 updates, so I had the whole game. She was just sitting there, just press state for 70 hours, just sitting there in the corner, moping. so yeah. Anyway, you see that bonfire? Well, not bonfire. This is a Dark Souls. Oh god. Anyway, this merchant, it is quite a few souls, so not souls, runes. Dark Souls and Elden Ring, they're crossing over into my mind. Basically, you're just going to talk to him and get you might have to get runes or whatever for them. 5 there, that should be enough to get your weapon to +3 or +4, around that. Right. After that, we're just going to head on over to Margit, because after you've upgraded your weapon, and once you've gone to the bonfire, another grace, you'll be able to go to the Round Table Hold and upgrade your weapon with Master Hugh. With as you'll see, a common theme within this run. In my run, I used dual scimitars, frost dual scimitars, but so I'm used to, for like my 100-hour playthrough, like my first playthrough, so I'm so used to the range that my muscle memory is trying to get me to hit at certain ranges. So that's going to be a big theme within this run. So you have to excuse me there. I don't use. I like more long-reaching weapons, to be honest, but. I find the best move to punish on. I'm quite greedy, quite aggressive with my playstyle, as with most of my weapons. No, I probably shouldn't be, but as you can see, I'm getting destroyed, to be honest. But I find the best attack is this one, where he jumps up and then hits on the ground. You can get two heavy attacks. Well, it's full R2s for PlayStation 5, but I don't know if it's the same for. I don't know what the button is for Xbox or PC. But I find and that one there when he pokes into the ground. For second phase, when he like pulls out the hammer, basically it's the same as Godric's wind attack, where he flies up into. You'll know what I mean when you see it, but you basically just roll into it and you can get an attack off. For this one, that thing there, I just suggest getting distance. But now with this one, this caught me out a bit. Basically, you can either, if you know how to dodge it, that's all right. But I'd recommend sticking quite close to them and dodging it like that. You can. I'm doing heavy attacks because I want to get the stagger, because you can get full R2s off if you if you get the stagger off, which does quite a lot of damage. I think I was doing around, what, 175, so that's like 175 times 2. I recommend staying quite close to him, because if you stay far away, there's an attack in the second fight, the third fight with Morgoth, the Omen King, late game, where when he goes into second phase with in his later fights, he does a skill attack, and it swings around and does a second one. I didn't know he could actually do that this early in the game, but if you stay far away from him, he'll do that and bridge the distance. So I'd recommend using that. I mean, this is definitely harder than Godric, to be honest. I mean, I took quite. It's not it's fine. I don't know. I think you can probably get upgrade materials. I was just quite stubborn, to be honest. I wanted the extra challenge. You could probably venture further into Liurnia and get you've probably seen all the videos of getting a really, really high weapon before Margit, but that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I just use these runes to just level up, to be honest. After this, there's just before we do anything else, before we venture into Stormvale, before we do anything else, I decided to go talk to Incantation Blind with a wheel weirdly around his neck guy that sells incantations. I prefer the call of the miracles, but you know, old habits die hard, I guess they say. Basically, we're going to buy this rejection. I keep getting the name mixed up, but basically it does 0 damage. We're going to have to use it later in the game, because to use it we need to have 12 faith, which we don't have at the moment, but we can put some faith into it a bit later on. So that might help us in certain situations. Honestly, to be honest, I forgot this was when I was doing this, for some reason my muscle memory was telling me this was a level 1 run, so I haven't put any faith. I've only just realised this after recording, but I haven't actually put any faith into to use yet, so that you can do that. Don't do the same as me. Put 2 points into faith, and you can use that. For this, we're going to head over. If I'm not mistaken, we're heading over. Yeah, we're heading over to we're heading to Third Church in Marika, basically, because there we can get our physic flask, and this also leads us to the Beast Sanctum, which then we can that's in Caelid, so we can sort of just walk from there. I mean, yeah. So there's also there's a mausoleum. We'll show it later in the video, but there's a mausoleum here here as well that has that leads to Siofra River. It's like one of the underground parts of the map, because it is. You look at your map and you're like, oh, it's massive, and then you go underground. It's like you're just like, oh, it's amazing. It is just a great game. But anyway, the Weeping Peninsula. Personally, I didn't do it yet, but there is quite a few golden seeds in the Weeping Peninsula, which is down below, sort of to the down to the bottom of the map, to the bottom of Lingrave. There's quite a few golden seeds there that you can get and level up. I'm not sure particularly where. There's probably some. We can get the Wondrous Physic now. It just adds another HP thing, because it just adds. I'm personally up to Renala, where I'm at the moment. I've just been using it as a secondary health potion. It can come in clutch a lot. But it'll probably later in the run. It'll probably be quite vital, where we can get the protection bubble one and stuff like that. I imagine it'll probably be very vital, to be honest. Which is good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're just gonna head over to. If you go through this little bush bit here. Oh god. Well, if you go through here, there's a teleport. Over here. Oh no! I'm looking at the recording as I'm talking over, and I'm looking at those. I'm looking at those dragonflies. Oh god, no! I hate dragonflies in this game. Dogs, dragonflies. Now we're here. We're in Caelid, the hell of all things. You know what I mean. I mean, it's like it's Miyazaki. He's like he probably had like a sweet dream about this. He's like, poison dogs, poison rivers that deal more damage than poison, dogs with the wings, birds that are dogs, poison dogs. It's I mean, like, this is literally the From Software probably said, you know what, Miyazaki, you're gonna do this level. You're really good at making these games, but nobody wants a poison level again. So they're like, right, how are we gonna do this? And he's like, I just want a poison level. So he's like, so I imagine they probably said to him, right, let's just make a location. You can dump all the poison dogs, all the poison swamps, all the scarlet rot dogs, all the dog birds, the turtle dogs. You know what I'm saying? I imagine that's how the meeting probably went with From Software HQ. I'm not. Where I'm taking you all now is basically a boulder farm. It gives 1.9k per run. Personally, I'm not going to use this much. I'm going to just probably do like 2 levels or whatever, just to show you how it works. Because I like the extra challenge that comes with this. But you're free to, if that's what you want to do, you're free to do that. Obviously, you're allowed to do whatever you want, really. It's pretty simple, really. There's a boulder, as you might see in the clip. I do die to the boulder because my friend that's just got into like Souls games told me about it. I was like, oh, what? So I looked it up, and like I hid under a rock for like a month doing my playthrough. So like all the broken stuff I didn't know till like after. Basically, I ended up leaving my controller moving, and I ended up leaving my controller moving basically, and I fell off the map. But for some reason, make sure you rest at the grace, because sometimes it doesn't happen all the time, but it's happened to me a few times where I get respawned at the last grace, not the one that I lit, the last one I rested at, which was a bit weird. So this happened here basically. I'm just gonna run across here. Obviously, I'm gonna actually sit down this time. I'm not sure if you can do this rise this early in the game. I haven't done it yet. Well, I've done it, but I haven't done it on this character. Yet you can. I haven't done it personally, but there's a Night Rider that's down there at night, and you can do the poison traps on him and get some free XP. I haven't done that yet, but anyway, basically you just go here, just try and summon the thing, and as you can see, it didn't go very well for me. Did not go very well. I repeat, not very good. Anyway, as you can see, this will be the one. I'm telling you, this is the one. I don't know how people sit here for hours and grind this. It's literally, this is more harder than some of the bosses. This is the boss. Actually getting it to a few times. It can be a bit buggy sometimes. I didn't actually get the. I don't know if it's because I wasn't close enough to it. But yeah, basically, I don't know. Sometimes they didn't drop me the runes. There is a better rune farming that you can do. Basically, you go to Mogwin's palace. After you've done Godric and you've progressed Vari's questline to the 3 things, he'll give you you'll become a Knight of Moog, Lord of Blood, and he'll give you an invitation for when the dynasty becomes a thing. Yeah, that's another farming thing. Like I think in new game without the gold scarab, it gets like what 11k per. I think you just use a bow and arrow and hit this one dog. This dog bird Tyrannosaurus Rex thing. I swear it's just I don't know. I'm surprised it has a blood swamp. To be honest, what you do bleed build up whenever you walk into the puddle of blood. God, that would have been hell. Anyway, you just basically just do this repeatedly, however you want, how many other times you want. For some smithing stones 2 and 3, I believe it is. There's the Liurnia tunnels where I am on the map. I didn't do them I did them a little bit, but sadly I don't have the clip, but I've marked it on the map for you. Basically, going from the Liurnia tunnels, we can basically we're going to just for future reference, we're going to go get the academy key, and there's some smithing stone 3 on the way. Just outside of here, there's next to this giant flower thing, flower bloom creature thing. You know what? Sorry, not Liurnia. That where I just went there on the map, as you can see. If you scroll back, you'll be able to Eastern Liurnia there. Basically, well, if you can get there from the Liurnia tunnels. You see what I mean here, like the bulb things here. There's 3 smithing stone 3s there. There's the reason we're going to Academy Gate right at this minute is that right, I'm just showing you where it is for future reference. Well, not future reference, but so you can just marking it so you can all exactly see the exact location. I got a little bit lost in a minute, but it's all right. There's the reason we're going to another main reason we're going to the Academy main gate is the fact that I don't know why I just kept marking it. I tried to trying to get the pinpoint location. I'm trying to clean up my map. Excuse me about that, but basically we're going to the main Academy gate because there's quite a few smithing stone 3s around there, and that means we can get our weapon up to +9, which is good. Well, I think it's +9. Yeah, I do get it to +9. I'm pretty sure. I get it to +9 before I do Stormhill. Oh. Anyway, just get the map because it just makes everything a lot easier. Pinpoint exactly where you want to go. Just gonna get this grace. There's nothing. There's a I don't know if I think I got it in this run, but there's some coffins around the side of around here. That there's some. I think it's Golden Rune 6 maybe. These poor blokes, man. These poor guys. The Albinorics, they've got they're like good law, man. Good law. I'm trying to stop myself from saying spoilers because not everyone's completed it, and some might be just watching this video for just entertainment purposes. I have absolutely no clue. I don't know why you'd click on my video there, but you know what I'm saying. But I nearly died. Well, there's some smithing stones. The smithing stone. No, not smithing stone 3. Sorry, got confused. Smithing stone 2. That's what I meant to say. There's one up here. I nearly got killed here. I was like panicking. Got stun locked by the. There's a smithing stone 2 here, I believe. No, smithing stone 3. Sorry. Here, just basically just make sure you don't get hit by those things there, because then that's. Because they'll do a lot of damage, a lot of damage. Basically just touch grass, as a lot of people do, including myself, but we're not going to touch grass because it's underrated. Yeah, don't touch grass, everyone, it's not good. Basically, then we pick up this just meeting place map. I just picked it up for the sake of it. Basically, we're going to go over to, over this little bit here. I keep getting, picking up that, sorry, yeah. basically we're just going to go up this bit here and touch grass, as I just said. Sorry, this clip thing repeated. Not good. Sorry. My fault. Promise won't happen again. Basically just gonna go over to just checking to see where this. Just gonna rest at graze. Level up a bit. Just check. Right, so I have, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you have enough now, or you should have enough to get +6, I believe. I'm just checking around here for a few smithing stones to see if there is any, but doesn't seem like there is, because sometimes I miss things on my playthrough. But yeah, doesn't seem like it. I'm like 100% determined to get this one item for absolutely no reason. The likely chance of me actually using it is like very slim. Basically, just going to continue running around here. Seems though we're just checking around here. We're just going to go the long way to the well, not long way. You could have jumped off the top bit there onto the you could have jumped off the top bit near the grace onto the what do you call it now, onto a rock, and you would have been able to do that, but I just didn't do it. Didn't do that because I was checking around. If you hadn't had enough before, you do now, because there's 3 smithing stone 2s there. Yeah, basically we're going to go past the slumbering dragon, and we're going to grab the Greenstone key. Personally, I just couldn't be bothered to go on horseback and use our good friend Torrent to get back, so I just let the dragon kill me, to be honest. I mean, just easier. I did pick up the other items because it's just stuff you can sell. For some reason in my head I thought they were smithing stones, so you'll have to watch out for that. But just let the dragon kill me. I mean, it's just not letting me kill me. Well, I did try. It was basically AFK, so I did that, but it was AFK. It just decided to quit, but then I just what do you call it now? Words keep failing me today. But yeah, we just get the stuff from him, die, whatever. I'm gonna, now that we've got all the shards, we're going to upgrade our weapon to +9. Just sell everything you don't need that isn't your torch and consumables, well, stuff, basically anything that does damage or that you don't need, really. I mean, I ended up selling quite a few of these things because you can't really add root resin, and we're not using any torches. We're basically just, as I said at the beginning, just basic torches, basic torch. So none of the better ones, because it just doesn't add as much to the experience. You go say to, you know, I never understood this guy. I mean, he just expects you to die every single time you see him. He's just like, oh, did you die today? Oh, doesn't matter. You leave out the room and he's just sitting there to, oh, I guess he died. Basically, we're just going to now we're just going to continue with Stormvale. Up here, I'm just showing you quickly. There's just do Stormvale as normal, but there's a massive way to skip quite a bit of the level, as you can see from in the clip. Basically, you go from that grace and then you jump onto that bit and on down. You just run across here. I mean, there's another stone thing there. I didn't particularly need it, but if you haven't got enough smithing stones, you can go there. Here I did try these annoying. I mean, like they even added the birds as well. I mean, oh god, these annoying birds. Like, whose idea was this? Anyway, I wanted to go say hello to Nefelia, but it didn't work out very well, so I just left her to the wolves. Well, I left her to the birds, as you could say. Left her to the talons. You know what? I'm trying to make a pun there, but it just did not work out. I did miss it, but there was a smithing stone right in that alleyway there. I didn't pick it up, but I think it was Smithing Stone 2 or 3, but we've already got enough for that. And yeah, now that we're here, we're on to Godric. This one isn't, if you did Margit, this one isn't nearly as difficult, to be honest. So we'll just go over the fights. If you did do Margit, as I said, you should not have any trouble. Well, it's not easy, obviously, because it's a basic torch only, but it's not as hard. That attack is, as I found out, from experience, well, trial and error, heavy attacks do the most. Basically light attacks, if you do them in fast succession, they can quite good. Basically, the best one that I found to punish was when he does these. He stamps the ground with wind. He flies up above and smashes. But if you're too far away, he'll do a stream, which can be quite hard to dodge. And if he does basically the Dark Souls 3 skill move, just get away, man. I'm terrible at dodging those. I can do it, but it's look, and that one attack always throws me off. Where basically because it's got multiple arms, it hits you. It's just annoying attack. The Grand Slam, just run away, really. I mean, that's all there really is to this bit. He can, if you're far away, to close the distance, he'll do that move. The wind attack. I got a hit by it. It's not my favourite part. Honestly, it's just I think I got a bit risky here. I mean, if I just stayed up close to him, it wasn't hard to dodge, but it's just gotta know when to dodge. You know what I mean? So I've done this fight quite a few times, so and I sort of understand it a bit more, but still not the most. I got quite greedy. I'm quite aggressive fighter in this game, so I made quite a few mistakes here, like getting hit by his wind, that kind of thing. Just go whenever you just go to punish. I mean, that's basically it for the first phase. It is just genuinely that. So I'll start that forward attack there. You can punish that quite easily. That's basically all the moves for phase 1. I'll start talking again when phase 2 starts. Do mess up quite a few times though.
As you get to around what I would say about 55 HP of his health bar, he'll chop off his arm and he'll do some weird stuff. I mean, in the cutscene, he starts stroking the dragon's head. I mean, like, is he a dragonfile? I don't know. It's a bit weird. Godric, man, it's just wrong. You're not on Twitter. Anyway, for the first dragon attack, you it's basically sort of the same moves, except what he does at the beginning, you can run into it. I mean, as you can see here, you can run into it, but if you're fast enough, he always starts with the same attack. You can roll into it and punish. Here, I got quite greedy and I got hit by the fire. There's another attack you can do where he throws magma balls up into the sky. I haven't seen so much, but I actually saw it quite a few times. But, this isn't the best fight in the game, but yeah, I mean that it does quite a lot of damage. The what you call it now, the way he throws the fire lasers. I would not recommend getting hit by that, but that's a good move to punish if you can do it right. He does this 3 times now, which instead of the 2 times in phase 1. So light attacks are the way to go here. I mean, I only got 1 stagger in this whole fight, so I think light attacks are probably the way to go. If you see here, it's got fire attacks now, so it's going to do a lot more damage. So I would not recommend. If you do it in the right angle, you can get quite a lot of hits off on him. When I see him doing that, like double, that burst damage where he just like flings his arms and the dragon now, I feel like it did more damage in second phase, probably Probably because he has this like the probably because the dragon. Maybe like his dragon which made him stronger. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to question it. If Bloodborne or any Lovecraft kind of thing has taught me anything, better not to know anything. I mean, like, what else does he graft? Anyway, enough jokes aside. You want to keep quite close to him, depending on what he has. It's not the hardest boss, to be honest. If you've done Margit already, it shouldn't be as difficult. Obviously not easiest, but it's not obviously not the hardest either, which is good. I mean, like, we are going to get Godric's Great Rune a bit after this. I mean, like, I just basically after this I went and admired our little painting buddy. I mean, like, this guy always reminds me of the people in the Grand Archives in Dark Souls 3. I don't know why, it just reminds me of a candlestick guardian or whatever. But we get to see him. We get to see him kick Godric's Dragon Thelia head. You know what? I think it's really weird. I mean, like, he's the dragon. He's got the dragon chain down. Come on, man. Come on, that's just wrong. I mean, like, and he crosses the dragon's. It's just a bit weird. Just a bit weird. Anyway, I'm gonna use. We don't really have a use for Godric's. Godric's soul at the moment. Well, not soul, remembrance at the moment. So I'm just gonna pump it all into levels. And as well, strength. We're gonna level up strength and health because that does the most. You know what I'm saying? Torches scale with strength, so. And not with Dex. That's what I thought to begin with until I looked on the wiki. Before we go on to Raya Lucaria, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to. We're going to go get. We're going to loot some. We're going to loot some corpses first. My favourite pastime, to be honest. It's just free money. I don't know why people don't do it in real life, to be honest. I mean, like, it's just free money. I mean, like, they don't going to use it. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding there. Don't go loot coffins. This is a game. But it is free money, so we're going to take it. We're going to go over to the full of path I'm taking. We're going to go get Radagon's Source Seal. This basically gives us a +5 increase to Vigor, Endurance, Dex and Strength. Later in the game, there is certain talismans you can get in the game which are going to boost our certain stats, like when you save Millicent, she gives you a prosthetic talisman or some prosthetic, some kind of when you basically give her an unalloyed needle, she gives you a +5 Dex thing. So stuff like that. There's different ones you can raise potency, just stuff like that. Basically, this one gives a +5 to those 4 stats, which is really, really nice. Well, I actually forgot about it, to be honest. I don't actually have any talismans on it at the moment, and since I've got 2 talisman slots, you may as well make use of them. Use of it. There is going to be certain items that can boost our strength, because that's what HP and strength is the kind of stuff we're just going to be pumping our stats into. I didn't actually know about this because there's and as well the Dectus, I think, yeah. There's a half of the Dectus medallion. It's the thing you use to get to Axe Plateau. If you don't, basically you can skip that dungeon. I don't think we're going to skip it because the smithing stone's there, but if you do want to skip it, Dectus medallion the right side, that's a part of it that you can use to. I think the second half is in Fort Barrow. I'm not. Don't quote me on that because I've honestly forgotten now because I didn't use it in my first playthrough. Just grab this 12 golden rune and basically just walk through here, walk past the giant rats, and get the source seal. I was gonna just gonna kill myself there, but I was like, no, I'd like a brief inspiration minute. Because the 4,000 runes. Before, I just want to say, at that place where we got that grace, there's a massive dragon that you can hit its tail. But the thing is, we did so little damage. I think I'd be there hitting the tail for like 45 minutes. I just couldn't be bothered. But it gives you 75,000 runes and 5 dragon hearts. If that's what you want to do, then there it is. There's not much. Then you can do that. I didn't personally do it, but because I just didn't want to. But basically, after you've done all that, we're just going to head to Raya Lucaria. Use the glintstone key that we got earlier from behind the dragon. And there's not much stuff, to my knowledge at least. There isn't much else to get that will help us in Raya Lucaria. If there is, well then I'm stupid. But yeah, the next boss is it's good. Right, the next boss that we're doing is Red Wolf of Radagon. On my first playthrough, I found this not very hard because of my bigger health and my weapon doing enough damage. But with me being lower level and doing less damage, I really came to appreciate this glass cannon. This glass cannon, like dog. I mean, like it's probably one of my favourites in the series now. I mean, if I'm being honest, then that's probably unpopular. But the best chance I found was to attack was when he jumps up into the air and you roll into it, you can get a hit off. What he does another attack he does always is when he does the bite to the left and then bite to the right, like that. Well, no, not that one, but when he does a bite, he always does the bites up like that. You see it there, and then he does bites up, so then you can get quite a few hits off. The play here is to do light attacks because I didn't get very many stagger. I did try to go out with the moves. With the dagger, with the blades, I mean, with his blades, you just basically roll into him, roll to the side. Really, I mean, if you sometimes if you're too close on the left side, he can still catch you, and it'll do full damage. Another neat trick that I found out, because it did take me quite a few tries, embarrassingly, so I'm not really bothered because this is a really fun fight. But if you go next to the wall, you can basically block when he does his spells. That can be add a lot of pressure, but if he does them into the wall, as you'll see a few times he does, it actually doesn't go, it just gets stuck. So that's something that can make it a lot easier. You don't have the pressure of the things firing at you while you're trying to dodge his mystic orange blade of death, which can be very good. Basically just going to level up into this. Right, now here, basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to... I'm not mistaken about the clip yet. We're going to go to like I said earlier, if you remember earlier in the video, I talked about Sophia. You know, I'm really bad at pronouncing names, and I'm just embarrassing myself, so I'm just going to stop. Anyway, down here, and inside this, we go down the long and arduous trip down here into the river, this beautiful place. But basically, there's a few. I think there's only two. I'm not. I can't remember exactly how many there are, but there's some smithing stone 4s here, and with these smithing stone 4s, we can upgrade obviously from +9 and upwards, which will help us with the Renala fight. So, if I'm being honest, I was a bit worried about this fight because a lot of the main plays were you can stagger Renala, which was a lot easier, but with the torch, obviously, you can't actually stagger her, which can be a bit. And the damage output, it's like I'm actually a bit worried about the later ballistas because the damage has been bad, but not as bad. Well, bad, obviously, as you can see. You know, obviously, you've done it up to this point. If you've been following along, but the damage is really quite bad on Renala, on the second phase. The first phase is just the same, really. It's not that hard. I mean, it does take three hits to 3 hits, 3 like, you know, when you hit the fangirl school children. Basically, when you attack the school children, that are like decide to put their siblings like graduation hats on, you 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 can just break them doing little damage really, but that isn't really a problem. The problem is the second phase and yeah, she can be a bit annoying sometimes, but summons add a lot of difficulty. The summons like the Oathsworn Dragon, and when she does the fancy voice, or is it Rani that does the fancy? But you know, I'm not gonna try and theorise, although I'd be here all day. But yeah, when she summons the dragons, bloodhound knights, giants, those kind of things, dogs, that can just be quite annoying. Anyway, yeah, I'm ranting, but yeah, you see a few of the Smith & Fours I got. Basically, just gonna run around here. I'm trying. This place is I don't go near the right side. It gives me flashbacks to laser arrows. Scary. And there's little orbs of electricity. You know the ones that I'm sorry. I'm trying to forget about them. Trying to forget about them. I just can't. Anyway. Oops. Sorry. Basically through here we're gonna go in here, and our good friend Smithing Stone 4 is lying there in this room, so we can go grab that. And now we just basically go to Master Hugh, pop some golden runes. He's praying just like your arms. It's like the 4th time he's thought I was dead. The 6th time I thought I was dead. Mate, have you got eyes? I ain't dead. Anyway, for the as I said earlier, this is this boss battle probably is what this and Margit probably gave me the most trouble, but it didn't give me as much trouble in well, it's definitely quite difficult, just because of the low damage output and the if you don't know her attacks, you can just get destroyed. Basically, you just need to do this 3 times. There's not much really to say. I'll start recording my voice again when we get to second phase. Oh, and just before we get to the second phase, I just wanted to say, recording, I just realised that I used my mic. I was using the wrong microphone for the. Oh yeah, because it split it up like the first 40 minutes, 35 minutes maybe with the microphone right, and then when I got to Godry, I used the wrong microphone. So if the audio quality went bad for quite about like 10 minutes, I apologise for that. It isn't horrendous, but it isn't as good, but basically you dodge all the books so I just wanted to apologise for that. Yeah, we're about to go into second phase anyway. I consistently got 3 where you hit the school girls, or you attack the school children. That's when anyway, yeah. So second phase, you can get quite a few hits off when she does Soul Beam and that. For her, when she sends out the little pebbles that turns them, if you run towards her, they won't normally hit you. And with her full moon,
I just run away, to be honest. I think that's it's quite risky, but I like to well, her soul basically that attack can just roll into it. Same here. I mean, the spinnings for when she throws a staff, I found the best thing to do for that was to roll behind her and get behind her so you can get quite a lot of hits in, as you see here. Sometimes I get hit because I'm not 100% sure on the positioning, but there is quite a few. There's also another attack where she sends out like a blast of it. She like sends out a radius. It's a bit like the Baron. If you've played Dark Souls 3 in the Solar Cinder, you know which one I'm talking about. And when he does his sorcery phase, and he does that, and he sprays the souls with that thing. Yeah, it's that one. But the dogs are probably the easiest, to be honest, because you can just get a few. But the dragon, it can be quite annoying, but you just want to basically just get under its neck, basically, under its head, and if you can get some hot hits off that one, yeah, that's the Baron one that I was talking about. When she spins her thingy around quite a bit, I found that the best way to do that is just to get back, and as she's about to finish it, to jump onto the to what do you call it now? Oh god! Just to attack as she's about to finish it, and then you can get the few you can punish. That's basically the fight. I mean, some of the like the Oathsworn Dryad and the Bloodhound. The Bloodhound is the worst in my opinion because it's so fast. It can just you can't really get any hits on it until it despawns. But so that could be quite annoying. That's basically most of her attacks. I mean, I think the main struggle of the part is this boss is I had with it is obviously the damage output, but also the summons. I think they had like you're basically fighting multiple enemies at once on with a high level boss, you know what I mean? So that I found that quite difficult when I was doing it. But it could be different for you. I don't know most of you personally, so. There, if you see, I think if you stay to a right side, possibly, I'm not sure. You might be able to get more hits off. I'm not 100% sure. I do get quite greedy because there's sometimes where she can be really aggressive, or she can be really like she can go idle, like how Liurnia is in her first phase sometimes. I got quite lucky here because of dogs. I really don't like the bloodhounds. Just adds a whole new difficulty on top of the torch. But yeah, it's to the right side of that. That's where it is. Yeah. Right, that was basically Renala. It took me quite a few tries, like an hour or something, because just getting it down. You know what I'm saying? That's for Renala. We can do some other stuff in the next episode. That probably is going to be the now that we've done Renala, that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you have found this informative. I'm sorry that it's been a bit, well, not the quite a very long video, but I did put a lot of effort into this video, so. If you like and subscribe would be appreciated. If you do like the content. If you don't, well, that's fine as well. But it would be very appreciated. Well, I would say add a dislike if you don't like it, but they took that away as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Enjoy my PvP clip, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Hope you have a lovely week. And well, day or whatever, yeah. Now watch me and this bald guy teabag this guy. Yeah, in PvP. Right, see you everyone, and don't be like Godric and a Dragonfile. Don't go on Twitter. That's bad.